Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Welcome back, dear listeners, to another transformative episode of your Energy Booster podcast. I'm your show host, Janice Padilla, and today we are going to discuss something vital if we want, or if you want to transform your life mindset. If you've ever felt imprisoned by your own thoughts or struggled with changing your beliefs about yourself and others, stay tuned. Today's episode is made especially for you. First and foremost, let us define mindset. If you've ever felt imprisoned by your own thoughts or struggled with changing your beliefs about yourself and others, stay tuned. Today's episode is for you. Well, first and foremost, let us define mindset. The term mindset refers to a set of beliefs, attitudes, and thoughts that shape how we perceive and interact with others. And of course, the world around us, especially it's our mental framework, the lens through which we interpret events and situations. In short, this is how we give meaning to whatever is being said or is going on around us or even within us. Mindset or mindsets can be categorized in many ways. But one of the most widely discussed classifications is that of a fixed versus growth mindset. So it is a concept conceptualized by a psychologist, Carol Dweck, if you're familiar with that. And so while we discuss that, take note so you will be able to have the awareness of the kind of mindset that you have in order for you to change, if you would. So, fixed mindset. What is fixed mindset? It is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed traits that cannot be changed. It is when we believe that this is already me. I am brought up like this. I can never change that. There is no way I can do better. So when your thoughts are like that, it could be that you have this fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges. So they rather want to stay inside their comfort zone. They don't want to be challenged. They don't want to learn more or grow more. And they give up easily. They see effort as fruitless. Like, for what? Right? There's no reason that I will do that. I would rather stay here than going anywhere. And they also feel threatened by the success of others. So take note if you feel like somebody is excelling at school or at work, you become threatened. Like, oh, he or she is better than me. Um, I don't like that. I'm not happy. If, like you're thinking or you're not happy when someone is better or doing better, or, you tend to compare and you don't like that feeling that somebody is better than you. So you just have to be honest and have a little bit of reflection, and so we can have the clarity if we do have this kind of mindset. And if you don't like that, I'm just going to tell you there's a lot of room to grow. So the next one is growth mindset. On the other hand, this kind of mindset is, you have the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort, learning, and perseverance. In short, you want to stretch yourself. You don't want to stay in that comfort zone. You want to know more, grow more, learn more, become better every day. So, people with a growth mindset embrace challenges. Oh, they love challenges. They love to learn new things. They love to grow and to learn. And they persist through difficulties. And, if they're feeling this difficulty in the midst of a task or a challenge, um, they like it. And so they see the effort as a path to mastery. And they find lessons and inspirations in the success of others. So if you feel like you're someone like that, great, congratulations. I am sure that you will go further in life and that you will arrive to where you are destined to be. So, like, yeah, it's really good to know that, we could have a fix or growth mindset in whenever we want to have the growth mindset. We can always shift or pivot. So, mindsets are just limited views on personal abilities and talents. They also influence how we approach relationships, handle setbacks, and solve problems. Meaning, if you have the right mindset, if you have the growth mindset, if you have the positive mindset, you might have difficulties in life, challenges at work, challenges with your relationship, and yet you will be able to overcome it. And you are growing and learning through those experiences or difficulties. And I have good news for you. I'm going to say it again. Mindset or mindsets are not a fixed attribute themselves. They can change and develop through conscious effort, education, and practice. So it is still a choice. If you put in effort, if you invest in yourself, invest in your growth, then you can be able to develop the mindset that you want to have, or the growth mindset. So I encourage you, dig deeper and know who you are and what kind of mindset that you have, or what you really want in life. What you really want in life. Do you just want to stay where you are, or do you want to arrive to where you should be going according to God's will, according to who you are as you were made according to God's purpose. Now, why mindset is so important? You see, mindset is not just another buzzword. It is the framework through which we interpret our experiences and the world around us. And, I said that earlier already. It is the filter of the information that we consume. What are you reading? What are you watching? And it greatly influences our behaviors, like how we react or treat others. So beware. How do you react when things go wrong? How do you react or how do you treat others when they are mean to you or when they're rude, being rude to you? I have read this Facebook post one time that says, um, the way I treat you depends on how you treat me. So whatever or however I will treat you is a reflection of you. I am so sorry, but I strongly disagree with that quote because what we can only control is how we react. We cannot control external factors, how people are gonna treat us, or what are they gonna say to us. But we have control on what's going on inside of us, our thoughts, our emotions. And however you react to whatever others are doing to you is not a reflection of them, but a reflection of you. Think of it as the operating system of our lives. If, it is outdated or buggy, it's time for an upgrade. So if you don't like how you are or how you treat yourself or others, maybe it's time to level up. So the question is, are you ready to upgrade your relationship, not just with others but with yourself? Let's dig deeper. How do we change our mindset, particularly regarding ourselves? Number one is awareness. The very first step in any transformation is becoming aware. Before we change anything, we need to identify that our existing or what our existing beliefs are. What do we believe in? What are we thinking about such and such? We can ask ourselves, what narratives are we telling ourselves about who we are, or what can we do or cannot do? Sometimes we are not aware that we tell ourselves negative stuffs almost every day. We tell ourselves how stupid we are, how dumb we are, how crazy we are. And sometimes we even let other people say that to us and we just freely accept it, unknowingly that it reflects or it gets inside of us. And in the long run, it becomes our belief, our limiting beliefs about ourselves. So we should be aware. Are we telling ourselves how good we are? Or the things that are positive? Or the things that are not? Anything that gets in our mind or anything that other people say, we need to filter it. Is it serving us well or not? What are those things that will limit ourselves? What are those things that we tell ourselves that's not even true? It's just that we think it is. So beware because clarity is power. Number two is questioning. Once you've become aware, challenge these existing beliefs. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me well? I have already said that, right? In awareness stuff. Is it serving you well? Where did it originate? Is it something someone told you? Or is it based on your past failure? I always tell my friends or people who are close to me, ask the better question. Every day, ask yourself a question and know how to answer it. Because once you know the question, you'll always find the right answer for you. What happened in the past that made you believe that you are a failure? What did other people say that made you believe that you can never go far in life? Sometimes, I mean, our parents are not perfect. They're great people, but they're not perfect. They can always do what they just can do at the moment that they were raising us. But I would honestly say that my mom, my dad would tell me I was stupid. I was not smart. I was useless. And for years, that inculcated in my mind, and that I can still remember that would sometimes stop me from moving forward or chasing the dream that I always want for myself because I was told that I was nothing. I was told I was not smart enough. I was told I was useless. But then I did challenge that thought. I know deep inside my heart that those were not true. And I don't know about you. Each one of us has our own different experiences from the past, or maybe we're still experiencing it. But please don't let it be the reason for you not to go forward or not to achieve your goals and aspirations in life because you are more than that. Anyways, yeah, I get so emotional when it comes to that. But let's proceed with number three, replacement. With the old, or like out with the old, in with the new. Replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Swap out thoughts like, I can't do this, with, I haven't mastered this yet, but I will. I do not understand this, but I will. I have not yet arrived, but eventually I will. We have to replace those limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs that can help us move forward with our lives. We can't just hang on the sidelines. God did not create us to just be hanging on the sidelines or to just be mediocres because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And because of that, we are God's masterpiece, created to do great things to others and to glorify our Father in heaven. So, yeah, number four, affirmations. Affirmations are a powerful tool in rewiring your brain. Consistently enforce your new beliefs with positive statements and affirmations. If you're a Christian, use God's promises to lift you up, to affirm you that God has perfect plans for your life, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And there are more thousands of promises that we can read in the Bible. Use it. Read your Bible. Know yourself. Because you, I'm going to say it again, are wonderfully and fearfully made. Now let's proceed to changing how we view others. And, it requires a similar but slightly different approach. Empathy, number one. So, try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Empathy helps us understand the motives and feelings of others, which can help us revise any preconceived notions, you know, any ugly meanings that we just created in our mind about others. Like, let's say, I'm a nurse by profession. I always have I have a charge nurse, and she always wants to do our task as fast as we can, so we can go home and finish everything. And if I don't have empathy with her, I will just be mad and stressed every time she pressures me to work fast, be fast, do this, do that, finish it. But then I put myself into hers. Like, I know that her intentions are right. I know that her intentions are not to make me, it's not to make me feel pressured or get tired at the end of the day. I know that she is just doing her job. But then if I do give different meaning, ugly meanings to what she was doing, I would be bothered and I would hate her. And I don't like that. So every time people does something to me, be it at work or at home, I try to dig deeper. Why is this person doing this? What is her motive, or what are their motives or intention? And I always give a beautiful meaning to whatever it is, because I don't want to feel I don't want to hate anyone. It's heavy to hate and to have resentment with others. So, yeah. I hope you can relate on that. Those are simple examples, but I hope it's helpful. Number 2 is avoiding generalizations. Like, oh, sometimes it could be something like racism, like, because these black people, they're just always like that. They're very like this and like that. You know, we don't do that. We don't generalize people. But it's easy to generalize and say everyone like this is that way. Christians, they they thought they're perfect. They thought they're the best. They thought, they're righteous. You know, we don't know what people say about that, but I'm a Christian. And sometimes, people, they're these people going to church, but after church they just go back to their old ways. That's why I don't want to go to church. And yeah, we're all different, and we're imperfect per people, and we don't want to say that to anyone. Like, I know I can be guilty of this. I was practicing this before, and thank God I am no longer, and I just pray that I will never be in the future. But that's not fair or true, right? Each individual is unique, and generalizations are limiting and damaging. So let's not do that. Number three, continuous learning. So it is an often overlooked point in my Facebook post last week, a few weeks ago. I said about self growth, about investing for your growth. You know, not just money, but time. Take some time to buy courses, read books, go to conferences, do something, anything. Buffett said that you can never go wrong with investing in yourself because it goes back to you tenfold. It's just appreciated, and nobody can even, take it away from you, and it's not even taxable. So it's an asset that you will never go wrong investing. Educate yourself. The more you know about someone's background, culture, circumstances, and the more nuanced your understanding will be. And last but not the least, inner reflection. Sometimes our beliefs about others are minor reflection of our own insecurities and biases. By acknowledging and working on these, we naturally become more open and less judgmental towards others. Take time to reflect, take time to understand. And, sometimes love is just the answer. Loving yourselves, loving others. And when we do that, we stop judging others and we give them more grace and mercy, just like what Jesus is doing to us every day. So, before we wrap up, I hope you're getting a lot of value in this episode. Let's talk about maintaining this mind shift or mindset shift. I said it before and I will say it again. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a positive mindset. Make it a habit to identify at least three things you're grateful for each day. Practice gratitude. This will help you have the mindset that is pleasing to your Creator. Surround yourself with uplifting people or even podcasts like this one that encourage a positive outlook. What you consume will always be a reflection of who you are. So have positive associations. Last but not least, be patient with yourself. Changing long held beliefs is not an overnight process. So have a lot of patience. All right, dear listeners, that wraps up today's episode on harnessing the power of mindset. If you found value in today's discussion, do me a favor, share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of your Energy Booster podcast. I'm your show host, Shanice Padilla. And remember, Your mind is a garden. So let's plant some positive seeds today. Until next time, I love you and God bless.